Wow, what a year it was. So now that Starcade is wrapped, I'm going to be taking a small hiatus. I know I just came back to JonTron, but I need a little time to recuperate. This has been a long year, it's the holidays, and I'm just going to take a little break. Take some time off, get reacquainted with what I want to do, and then I'll be back into making videos. And I actually do have some surprises for you in store next year. I'll be working on all that soon, but just excuse the brief break in videos. There might be a few in there, but the main stuff I'm going to be putting off for just a little bit, not too long. So before I take any sort of breaks, I'm going to be giving a little Q&A session here to answer any questions you may have had about the past, future, or present of my show or me. Any weird, dirty questions I know you're going to ask about me, I'm going to answer them. I asked you guys to comment in the Reddit thread, and you did, and so now I'm going to read them and answer them. First question, ACFan120 asks, how was recording the ending to Starcade with Aaron, Ross, Holly, and everyone else? Yeah, that was actually really fun. I hadn't seen Aaron in a while, and so, you know, it was sort of just like a real reunion of sorts, and it turned out pretty good, I thought. We had a lot of fun. It was good. Bibby McMackey asks, will you be releasing any Starcade bloopers? Actually, I might. There's a lot of stuff that, like, if you watch the trailer, you'll see didn't make it in the final cut. And there's just a lot of stuff. I might release, like, bloopers and lost episode kind of thing. But, and yeah, there's actually quite a lot of bloopers because that was, like, my first sci-fi show, and we messed up a lot. Lost a Game asks, for the love of God, where is the hat? Okay, the hat? I don't know. I just stopped wearing the hat. You stopped wearing a hat once? Yeah, it's like that. Psychoduck from Canada asks, why isn't Jock in more videos? Is it because you don't want him to get overused, or is it true what they say about never work with animals? It's actually a little bit of both, because if you watch some of my older videos where I actually just did the show with Jock, he just always, like, it was like chewing on my ear or my eye or face or something, and it's funny. It was really funny, but like that joke would get old, I think, if I just every episode have him chewing on my face. And also the robotic voice I use, I feel like it doesn't have it's not the best comedian. It doesn't have very good comedic timing, so like I can't, it's very situational when I can use him. And yeah, also he's a bird, so he's absolutely untamable. You can only film with them for like a few seconds at a time, which actually shaped some of the earlier JonTrons because I was forced to do the lines quickly and like just because I had to do it before the bird would like fly away or walk down me or something. And I just didn't want to make the videos like with those sorts of constraints anymore. So that's one of the biggest reasons Jock is not in as many things. He's not dead. He's not dead! He's in the videos! He's not dead! Popular Hat asks, to piggyback off this, did Jock die? See? That was the next question. I didn't even know it. Yeah, he's trying to tell you right now! Jason from Georgia asks, what caused the production value of your show to go up so far? Also, are there any plans for anything like Starcade in 2016? Well, if you're talking about Starcade or JonTron, they're separate entities because Starcade I did with Maker Studios, and JonTron is just, I independently fund it. So Starcade had a budget. JonTron, like I'll reinvest the money I get from the show back into it as much as I can. I just want to make it better, and that's my way of trying. It's pretty much just a consequence of the show picking up momentum over time. Drew from Australia asks, John, what was your favorite skit to film/watch from Starcade? That Han dance finale had me in stitches for at least 20 minutes. Well, first off, thank you. And second of all, honestly, I think that dance was my favorite thing because we wanted it to build, well, I wanted to build up to that because that was like in the Star Wars Connect video. That was actually like one of my favorite old videos I made, like when I made it specifically. Like I was really like, I was just happy with it because like that, at the time it was topical. I really thought it was funny to tie it all back into that like semi-JonTron nostalgia. So I'd say that was like the big build-up. And we filmed it, I think it wasn't the last shot we filmed actually, but it was one of the final shots we filmed. So it was also after a culmination of like 6 months of shooting Starcade, and it was probably my favorite scene. And you know, Ross and Holly were there too. And all the cool characters with great costumes were there on that Star Destroyer Emperor's Throne Room set. Oh, that was cool. So, yeah, just that, well, pretty much the whole final scene, but the dance specifically. Real Lemon Ninja asks, why are you so hot? Well, the fat keeps in the temperature, doesn't let out the cold, so it gets sweaty. Dogsy asks, do you think you'll ever do a top 10 list ever again? It'd be really interesting to see one with the new JonTron flair and polish. Never say die, but I don't foresee any top 10s in the future. Maybe, if something really strikes me. Spencer from Texas asks, does it feel a bit strange and unnatural to work on sets now? I totally understand the benefits of it, I just mean in the sense where JonTron came from originally compared to now. I wouldn't say it was weird, just pretty much a natural progression. I'd worked on, you know, sets both professionally and in high school when I, you know, started doing this kind of stuff in you know, high school theater. So I always liked sets, and I always wanted one. So no, I wouldn't say it was weird. Midnight Link asks, did you ever get a response from Takeshi Kitano? I'll watch that video once in a while and wonder. I did not. No, but that beautiful Japanese man owes me a letter. What the fuck? Night of Night Zero asks, will you be streaming more? I don't know, I don't really fancy myself a streamer. I do it every now and then for fun. Every time I do it, people say they want me to stream more, but I don't know how many people actually want me to stream more. I feel like if, I don't know how I'd be entertaining day after day doing that, but maybe I'll stream a little more in the future. Seismic Pixel 1 asks, what are your thoughts on the new Battlefront? Actually, very ironically, I have not played the final version yet, but I have played a lot of the beta, and I played, like, when I went to do the Walmart thing, the ad at Walmart, I played it there. I think they had the final version. And I like the game. I know it's gotten some criticism for the DLC packs or something like that, but I can't judge the game, the final game, but I had a lot of fun when I played the beta. I'm still gonna buy it, I just haven't had time. Murdoch Moody asks, hi John, I was wondering if when you are making your show, you script a lot of your dialogue or if it's improvised and edited. I imagine it's a mix of the two. A breakdown of your process for filming would be awesome. Yeah, like you said, it's pretty much a mix of the two. I mean, it has a script and a structure that I put in there, but then like, something might actually come out kind of improv, like I might just change the line on the spot. And a lot of times that's like fan favorite lines, like, I ain't having that shit. Whatever that line was, like, I don't even think I wrote that at all in the script. I think I just said it. I could go back and look in the script, I'm not really sure. The Dead Conspiracy asks, how are you doing? Fuck you! I'm doing alright, how about you? Luminescence Music asks, Ross said something on Twitter about how in the final scene of Starcade, you and Aaron were just ad-libbing for half an hour. Was there any other hilarious footage that didn't make the final cut? Yeah, like I previously mentioned, there's like a ton of footage in Starcade that didn't make the final cut because it was a mess. But the ad-libbing, yeah, there was a lot of ad-libbing, and there was some, I think you got the best takes. Like the raccoons line, I remember even being on set, I was like, we're gonna have to keep that one in. So that made it in. But yeah, there was like tons of like random stuff we said back and forth. Maybe one day I can just release it, and you can see all the, the funny stuff. It's Repson asks, when is Rockington gonna come back? I legitimately lost that rock. Like I was surprised. That was like real in the video when I say, how do you lose a rock? I meant that. I seriously looked for that rock. I even looked for just like maybe if the face washed off in the rain or something. I still looked for the rock and I can't find it. I honestly don't know where it went, and I just find that funny. Crywolf911 asks, so what was the reason for changing to a higher production value style for the show? Do you think it may have detracted in any way? What camera are you shooting on right now? I wouldn't say there was any specific reason, other than I wanted to keep, making bigger, better things, and I just thought that was part of the equation there. I personally don't think it detracts from the show. I see what some people mean, like the older videos have like this very like voyeuristic, like I put a camera in your bathroom and watch you taking a shit feel to it. But maybe that's a little too far. But I don't know. I don't think it detracts from it personally. Feel free to disagree with me, but I don't think so. We use different cameras for different shots, but most of the stuff was shot on a Blackmagic 4K Cinema in the last few episodes of JonTron, and actually that's the same camera that we used to film Starcade as well. Captain Zero Do asks, what got you inspired to make the JonTron show all those years ago? I guess I just felt that there weren't too many shows out there like it that were doing, a certain kind of style, and I just wanted to try to put one out there, and who knows how that ended up being anything. Gaming Enforcer asks, what programs do you use to edit all your videos? Generally, I use Adobe Premiere. We use the Creative Cloud version right now. It's like the one that's always constantly updated. But I use the Adobe Suite, After Effects, Photoshop, Premiere. Those are the three main programs I use. Chadtronic Biggest Fan asks, what job/hobby would you have if you quit YouTube? It's hard to say, but I don't think I would have a different job. Well, because if I quit YouTube, I would just be probably doing entertainment in a different capacity for like, I would try to be doing it for television or something, or films, or even maybe theater. Although I don't think theater, because shit's hard. I think I would have probably stayed in entertainment, because, Daddy ain't good at much else! Metaton Smex asks, how hard was it to recreate all the memorable Star Wars sets for Starcade? And did you have any difficulties and restrictions when writing the scripts, filming episodes, etc.? As for the sets, we had professional set designers do that. Believe it or not, I didn't do it myself. We determined what sets in the script writing that we wanted, and we went ahead and tried to find the most efficient way to build those. The two biggest ones obviously being the Millennium Falcon, and I guess their hallway in the movies extends longer. Obviously they built it out much bigger in the films, but like it was just a section of the Millennium Falcon and the Emperor's Throne Room. And I think that we built a pretty big set for the... Whose show is it? I made you a star. I could take you out of this world as fast as... As far as the restrictions in the script and stuff, there were some guidelines I had to follow, so that was kind of a challenge in itself. That's a whole different story for another day, though. So I'll probably go in depth on that at some other point. King David 73 asks, do you have a day job other than YouTube? I only ask because other pro YouTubers put out multiple videos a day. I wouldn't think it would be possible to fully support yourself on YouTube otherwise. I'm always curious what YouTubers do other than YouTube. No, actually this is my job. It's just my full-time job. I think just my videos just take a while to make. I know I don't upload as frequently as other YouTubers, but the sponsorships that I get help the whole process. Ryan 7074 asks, do you have any other plans for making content besides JonTron, like something that could be easier to make and uploaded more frequently? I think about this a lot because sometimes I feel like I kind of fall behind because like my videos come out so infrequently, and then it sucks for me too. Like, actually Starcade, yeah, that show went through absolute production hell, and the plan originally was much different. It was supposed to come out one episode every week when it first launched, but I knew it wasn't gonna work, so I had to go back and, you know, be like, we need to change this, it's not gonna work. And that led to some... But yeah, basically I did want to make more content that year, but like it just was so all-encompassing. And like JonTrons were supposed to come out underneath, or like between Starcades, but it just didn't happen that way. It was a lot more work than anybody anticipated. And just the editing process took way longer than I thought it was going to, so I ended up making like just Starcades for a long time, which confused a lot of people, and I understand because, you know, it's weird to have a channel like mine that's broad go to Star Wars for like the whole year. I do get that, and it wasn't supposed to be that way, but you know, live and learn. So I do want to make more short form stuff for sure, and not short form, but I want to make more frequent content, and I probably will in 2016. I have a lot of plans. Silas13013 asks, I love you. That's not a question. Tom K Video asks, how far in advance did you plan to have Aaron in the finale of Starcade, and did you anticipate a certain niche of the internet to lose their minds? We planned that shit all the way back in February of 2015, so that's what, it was like 10 months before it launched, and it was killing me. That was like, all year I was looking forward to it. It's like all I could talk about was just be like, when this finale hits. Yeah, I was expecting it to have a big reaction because, you know, there's a lot of people who were, you know, worried about the whole Game Grumps split, which, yeah, we didn't handle it so good, did we? But hey, I made a cool finale out of it, so am I forgiven? Mike Ha asks, if I had one bullet and I had to shoot the real JonTron or an evil JonTron, how would I know I was shooting the right JonTron? Easy! Because the real JonTron would scream like a baby and say, don't please, it's not me, it's him. So thanks for watching this. I'm really bad at Q&As. I hope this did some justice. I don't know, I don't feel like it's hard for me to answer these questions. But anyways, there was one thing I wanted to address. I know it's probably a real vocal minority, but I just wanted to say the ads at the end of my videos don't in any way like impact, because I see a lot of people saying like, you know, oh, sell out. And I know that's just like a standard like complaint, but for instance, like the food games video, the only sponsor, well, there were 2 episodes, but the only sponsors there that were Crunchyroll and Linda. And so like, no, like McDonald's or whoever didn't sponsor that video. In fact, I took a risk just putting those brands in because you can get in trouble for that. So, you know, I just wanted to say that like the sponsors I choose they're people that I think would benefit you, like if you use their service. Like I only pick good services, I don't sell scams. Like you know, you can ask any YouTuber, we get like tons of scam offers every day, like weird, just clickbaity, weird offers. I don't take anything like that. I only work with these companies who have a good track record. Like Audible, for instance, was one of the first I started working with, and they're great. Like by supporting them, you're supporting the show because they let me do, you know, have creative freedom, and then I use the sponsorship money to fund, you know, the production. Speaking of sponsors, here's one now. Why don't you take your butt down to audible.com/JonTron and pick yourself up a free 30-day trial. I really love Audible. I use it myself. It's like the Spotify of audiobooks. They've got it all. If you go now, you can pick up the official novelization of Star Wars The Force Awakens for free with my little link. Thanks for watching this, guys. I'll be back in early 2016 to, you know, with some more stuff. And, you know, my dog, for some reason, is peeking her head halfway out the closet. And anyways, how are you? This is going to be a great holiday, is it not?